Hi! Today we're going to do cozy stuff again. I've got an awesome beverage that is great for the season. It'll be really good for all of fall, I think. I'll tell you about that in a second. And then we're going to do a soup. And I haven't decided which one we're going to do yet, but I think I recently made a chili that has a secret ingredient that turned out really well. So I think we're going to do that again. It's delicious. But for right now, this stuff is so good. I haven't tried this flavor yet. Last time we did salted maple blondie and it was really good. And I was gonna save it for you to do this together. It is Sip Herbals. It's faux joe, so it's for people that aren't drinking coffee. This is made with chicory and dandelion root, which have some interesting properties. You should look it up. None of this is medical advice. Nothing I ever say is medical advice, obviously, but dandelion root is a thing, so check it out. And it really smells like my whole kitchen smells like pumpkin spice right now. And that's the flavor we're gonna have is pumpkin spice. And my thought is that for the holidays, when everybody else gets special treats and you don't, and they have those good desserts, you could have this. So I've got some boiled water. Okay, so we are gonna put some of this in here, and now some hot water. Last time I was so surprised at how dark it is because I can never get my tea this dark. It looks just like coffee. It doesn't taste just like coffee, but it looks exactly like it, and that makes it appropriate for real lattes. I've tried to do the tea lattes and they seem so weak to me. This is not weak. So I just use the West Soy brand. This one's vanilla. But they have plain and there's no sugar or anything else in it. I like soy milk in my lattes. And then I've got this stainless steel frother. A lot of the frothers have Teflon inside and this one doesn't. I don't think they make this one anymore, but I'm gonna link one that I've also had in the past that's the same. And so that'll be linked below. So you can check that out if you want a milk frother. You can also use those sticks. I think this works better. See how creamy it is? Look at that. It's so frothy and creamy. And check this out. Look at that. I mean, it's like really dark. Oh, it's getting steamed up. It's like really dark coffee. And that's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. This is gonna be great. It smells so good. Okay, so it just gets very coffee shop. I mean, it's just, you can't tell the difference. Now, I don't know how to make pretty designs, do you? I need to learn that though. I mean, it's just gorgeous. You could probably sprinkle some cinnamon or something on top and make it extra pretty. It's so pretty. Coffee shop pumpkin latte. I think it needs more sweetener, so I'm gonna add a little maple. This is just organic maple from Costco. They have a really good deal on it. I don't like the plastic, but it's super cheap. Oh, it's really a treat. If you like all that pumpkin spice stuff and you want a healthier alternative, you might want to try this. I'll link it below. I think I saw on their website that they recommend adding actual pumpkin, you know, like that canned pumpkin to make it even more pumpkin-y. I think that would be really good. I think I'd like to try that next time when I'm using pumpkin for something else. Save a little bit for this. I think that'd be great. And the other thing I want to share with you is this book. I can't recommend it yet because I'm not done with it, but it is satisfying that fall cozy vibe for me. It's called Wildwood. It's a young adult book, and it's about this girl who, and I can tell you this because it happens right first thing in the beginning, so I'm not really giving too much away. But this girl, this 12-year-old girl, she is watching her little baby brother, and some crows fly off with her brother. They just pick him up and fly away with him. And so I'm a little over halfway through, and the whole thing is about how she is trying to get him back. and all the wild characters that she comes across. These are interesting characters, talking animals, that kind of thing. So here's that. Not recommending it yet, but I'm having fun with it now. And I will be back to make some soup for you later. Maybe soup and salad, or soup. We'll see. We'll see what I get hungry for. I'll see you in a minute. So maybe before you make your latte, you can make this soup so that after you cozy up with your book and your latte, you work up an appetite, you can have this. This is something I threw together on the fly because I had this idea. I really love mole, and I had this idea that why don't I put chocolate in the chili? Because it's been kind of off and on a little bit cold, and it's the time of year that you want chili. So I threw this together and it was really good. So I've got some fire roasted tomatoes. And if you ever have any issues, I got this when I was having a lot of issues with my hands, which I don't have anymore, but these are great. These Kitchen Mama can openers. I love how it does that. Okay, so the first thing you do is chop up your onion. Okay, so all you need, and you can probably live without this, but this is that better than bouillon stuff. Or you could use vegetable broth, or you could skip it. I think it adds some depth. And I like these 3 bean, or you could use even better non-canned beans, but this is what I get at Costco, it's cheap. And this fire roasted stuff. And then we've got some cacao here. I've got some chili powder, some cumin, and some salt. And that's it. Okay, so right away you want to get your onions in. And I like a fine chop with my onions. I don't like chunks of onions, but I love onions. And then the way I've been eating this is with cilantro and some cashew cheese on top. It's really, really good. It just has that depth that you want on a cold, blustery day. And you can freeze it. All right, so we're just gonna put them in the Instant Pot. You don't have to use an Instant Pot. It's really fast and doesn't make a mess. So I'm just gonna put these in there on saute for a couple minutes. If you want to saute them with a little bit of squirt of the avocado oil, you can, but you don't have to. It'll still work. And then I've got a couple of ribs of celery. Yeah, so the chocolate is something, I don't know, it adds depth to it, and you don't really taste it. It doesn't taste chocolatey at all, but it just adds that layer of depth. And I think if you get as many of those layers as you can, you have a more delicious soup. But you don't want to overdo it. What I like to do with chilies, I just add, or soups, whatever vegetables I have, I just put it right in, unless it's something weird, I don't know. So I've got some zucchini, and we're gonna add that too. Okay, isn't this beautiful? So you just put that in. I'm gonna give it a minute to saute a little bit more, and then I'm gonna add this, then I'm gonna let all of it saute together and let those flavors mingle. And then we're gonna add this stuff. I think these are so pretty, I don't know. It's just this really pretty deep red, and it'll get even more deeper with the chili in it. And this makes a great portable thing, like for lunch or something. You just take it with you. One thing I like to do is I rinse my beans. I read once that if you do that, you digest them easier, and I think it's true. It seems like it's true. If you are reading any good books, let me know what it is. Let me know what you're doing. What movies are you watching? That's my thing, I love movies and books. And I'm really, really seasonal about that stuff. And it's Halloween next week, so I'm going to be watching, I have a Halloween puzzle to do. I'm gonna show you. I'll link everything below too. I got this really fun, the lights might bleach it out, Halloween puzzle. It's 500 pieces. I think those are more fun than the 1,000 ones. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna watch either Wolf or Bewitched, or both. I watched Invasion. Have you seen Invasion? That's pretty exciting. It's got suspense. It's just a remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I can't remember if it's Invasion or The Invasion. It might be The Invasion. Yeah. I think it's The Invasion. It's got Nicole Kidman. It's good. And Daniel Craig. I really like it. I like the other one too. There's 3 of those. There's an original one. It's black and white. And then there's one with Donald Sutherland. And then there's this one. And I think those are the 2 I'm going to settle on as well. Practical Magic's really good for this time of year. Okay, as soon as the onions get just a little bit brown on the edges, it's called sweating the onions. When they start to release their moisture, that's a good time when they get a little brown on the edges. So stop then. And then we are going to put a little bit of this. They make a mushroom one too. They make different ones. This is just the vegan one. That's vegetables. Put a little bit of that. And then we're gonna put our fire roasted tomatoes. Then we're gonna do maybe a teaspoon of the cacao, or you could use cocoa. And we're gonna do, how much did I do? Maybe a half a table, what is this, half a tablespoon of, so I just did a tablespoon of cacao. And then we'll do half a tablespoon of cumin, and then chili powder. I love this chili powder, it's so good. All this stuff is from Frontier, so another half of this, but you saw it was more than a half, it wasn't level. Do that according to your taste and how spicy you like it. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of water in here. I'm gonna start with halfway. I don't remember how much I put last time. That looks good. Because you don't want, if you don't have enough liquid, you get that, you know, the burn. So we don't want that. And then we've got our beans. Looks so good. And you can add more vegetables or tailor this to your liking, but this is a great combo because this is what I've been eating this week. It's so comforting. And that's it. That's how simple this is. Okay, the last thing we're gonna put in here is some corn. This one is frozen. It's from Trader Joe's. And I really like the texture it gives it. So just some organic corn. Corn's a GMO crop, so try to use organic. I don't know, it already looks good, but it's gonna get even prettier with the depth of color. Okay, so there we are. I'm gonna go put this in the Instant Pot for 4 minutes, but it'll go a lot longer than 4 minutes, and let it naturally release. And then we've got some awesome chili. So I'll be back to do a taste test with you, okay? And the other thing I like to have with this is rice. So you might wanna make some rice too while this is on. I have some already. I'm gonna go put this on and I'll be right back. All right, so my camera just freaked out on me, but I wanted you to know that I added some green onion and some cilantro and this homemade cheese sauce. So this is just cashew cheese. This particular one has some red peppers in it. So good. And you can freeze that. So I actually got that out of the freezer yesterday. It works great. I can't even tell it was frozen. I also added some salt because I didn't put much in the pot. And rice. Did I say rice already? And there's rice in here. Oh, I cannot wait to devour this. It's so good. Highly recommend. This is a must for fall and winter. An absolute must. So let me know if you try it or something similar. And I will see you real soon. I hope you have an awesome Halloween. I hope you're cozy and you're reading good stuff and watching good stuff and around fun people and really enjoy the holiday. And I'll see you real soon, okay? Bye.